Welcome to Charlotte, North Carolina, Bank of America Stadium, and the Duke's Mayo Classic. This ought to be a fantastic showdown and just the flavor every college football fan can't wait for. Hello and welcome, everyone, to a game that we've been eagerly awaiting. As we'll see a squad from the American, the Charlotte 49ers, taking on a team from the Sun Belt, the Appalachian State Mountaineers. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Mountaineers will get this season underway as toe meets leather. He'll bring it out. It's Ellis. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. So the Charlotte 49ers offense will have first crack at this one. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to...
There he goes! And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. And the 49ers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Caught in the backfield, it's McGowan. How much does it help your blocking scheme to have a guy who finds the crease, he gets to the 39. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. The 49ers pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Goodness, that is the way you blow up a play, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Hair on fire, caused a wreck that had to be a blown assignment. Finds his man, it's Nicholas. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain. Let's take just a minute and talk about Charlotte. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back. No one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. What's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong.
And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Charlotte. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it, and that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Appalachian State's offense will get the ball for the first time. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. That they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
Picks his way and gets 4 out to the 27. The Mountaineers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Handoff to the single running back. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
This is an interesting decision now for the head coach. You're trailing very early in the game. There's a lot of football left. But you're in a situation where you could go for it here and try and answer after your defense gave up that touchdown on the opening drive.
Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. There he goes. He's all the way down to the 3. Showed it all on that run. And the 49ers have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Niners.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Back to throw, it's Swann. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Got a man. It's Barnes. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
It's a game of 1st downs, and they've got one out to their own 37.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Trying play action. Using his feet to buy time. Trying to make magic with his feet. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46. And the Mountaineers are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll try to power their way ahead. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through.
Going up top. Grabs it inside the 15. And they'll get enough for the 1st down, and that's how things will come to a close here in the 1st quarter. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the 1st. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the 2nd period and they try to find a way to answer. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Back to throw, it's Swann. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Touchdown, App State. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Big time touchdown there to get some much needed momentum.
You got to find something, right? Who are you going to go to make that big play to get you back into it? You're not back in it yet. It's not tied. You're not there yet, but you're starting to inch back into it and get some momentum going.
Coming out with it, it's Rutledge. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Charlotte has the ball back. The 49ers offense will return to the field. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first 2 drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Grabbed behind the line, it's McGowan. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Slams into the pile, he'll get 1 to the 17.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
With the catch, it's Nicholas. And he converts on 3rd down as he gets it out to the 26. The 49ers come to the line with a new set of downs. The lone back's got it. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Leaves it with the running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. And the 49ers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. Catch in the middle. It's McGee. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. Safe completion on the screen. That'll be enough for the 1st down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Guys, how many 1st downs is that? Just on this drive alone. I mean, this defense allows 1 or 2 more drives like this, and they're going to be gassed by the 3rd quarter.
Looking to throw, it's Harrell. Makes the grab on the left. Crosses the 30, he's got away. They are finding soft spots in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. From the gun, the running back has it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Defense is locked in this game so far. They've been shutting this offense down. I think one of the biggest reasons why is they are not letting this running back do anything in this game. They are trying to make them one-dimensional. They're being physical close to the line of scrimmage. They've had a really good game plan. They are executing beautifully.
Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when...
Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, 49ers! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
Appalachian State regains possession, and the Mountaineer offense headed to the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
He's stopped dead in his tracks again. No running room to be found. They keep trying it and have had very little success.
You want to stop the run game, get the big defensive tackles in the middle, getting penetration. Those big boys eating up blocks, taking away gaps and holes for those running backs to run through.
Using his power and his sweet feet to get into the backfield quickly.
And you know you're athletic when you describe with power and sweet feet. I mean, just put those two things together and you're just pretty amazing.
We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Here they come, facing 3rd and long from the 40. Finds a spot in the middle. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. After picking up a couple of first downs already on this drive, they'll snap it from close to midfield. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. I got to get a big gain, got to get that first down. Nice job, great nose for the first down.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to pass. It's Swann. Setting up the screen. And some room to work. He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped out at the 27.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have time.
Throws toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He stopped. Not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football. They'll start this drive going to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's McGee. Got some room to run. They get him on the ground late in the half. They have the first down at the 41. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. One play in this drive and already out to the 41. It's first down. Got it in the middle. It's McGee. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Catch in the middle. It's Nicholas. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub.
It's a fumble. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, and they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Looking for a man. It's Swann. Trying to get behind the defense. And the deep shot is complete inside the 35-yard line. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. And in the waning seconds of the first half, they'll try to put up 3 before going to the break. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together. And a fun first half between these rivals. And this has just been a passing clinic, really, by both offenses. They've effectively stretched these defenses, forcing the secondaries to cover every blade of grass. And they've still racked up big plays. Man or zone, pick your poison. Or lay some blame at the feet of those pass rushers who can't do anything against the maulers on that offensive line. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Yeah, and man, you talk about being down at the half. What's one thing I need to do? I got to protect my quarterback. In the first series here now, you're getting your quarterback hit and taken to the ground. This offense has to protect that dude at all costs.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
That's a frustrating start for this offense. At halftime, you know you're down. You got to come out. You got to create some energy, some momentum, get this side of the ball cooking, and you go 3 and out, and you punt the football. But now you're going to rely on your defense. You got to get the ball back, string some stops together while we're trying to figure out the offensive side of the football.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Charlotte will send the offense back onto the field. They put the ball on the ground the last time they had it. Still up by double figures, but an opportunity to build on that lead was missed. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? To the air, it's Harrell. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. The 49ers will bring the punt team onto the field. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. The Appalachian State offense returns to the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this. It's a running room. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm thinking about shifting this defensive end with running backs. I'm leaving my tight ends in to help this tackle because we cannot block him. He's already got 2 sacks.
The Mountaineers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, they'll go to the air. The short hands, it's Goshen. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. When you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Looking downfield, it's Swan. It's complete to the right. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field.
Oh, out of space. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a first and goal from the 10.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect and keep the drive going.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Making side adjustments here. They'll look to throw on third and goal. Gets rid of it. Touchdown Appalachian State. And the comeback is on. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just struck play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. San Diego State had an impressive showing at home today, and I know the fans are psyched for hoop season, but pay attention to what's happening on the gridiron too, people. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Leaves it with the back. Runs through the tackle. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try the run. Wide open spaces. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the 49ers will snap it on 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. The pull and throw off the RPO. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll give it to the back. Plows through the defense. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. The 49ers kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Caught in the backfield, it's McGee. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over it. We've been treated to an aerial show by these two guys so far as you check out their numbers. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Wants to throw. It's Harold. Snagged out of the air. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute in the field.
And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Charlotte.
And man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Opening play of this drive will come from their own 23. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Quarterback extends the play. He'll pull it down. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
This is a defense that's going to be aggressive, and they're not going to just sit back and rush 4 guys on that play. They're going to send the blitz. You're getting smaller, faster guys fighting fire with fire. You know this quarterback is athletic, but we've got fast guys too, and that time, that was a great play call defensively.
A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. The give to the back. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Almost got it to midfield on that one. He's out of bounds, a yard short at the 49.
And even though they're trailing here in the fourth quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice completion of
just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
We've seen this defensive end make a lot of plays. In the run game, he's setting the edge. He's forcing the football to go back inside, but he's not a one-trick pony. He can also get out of his stance, use his hands, and use his speed to beat offensive tackles and get to the QB.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. And they've converted their first 2 third-down opportunities, but a 3rd and long is a different animal. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
And that's kind of how their day's gone, right? Like they haven't protected their guy up front, and that's why they haven't been explosive and scored a bunch of points, man. Position number 1 for every offense. Like, if we're going to throw, we got to protect him. And just right there, he gets hit again. He's been sacked several times. Like, this offensive line's got to do a better job.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. The give to the back. Creates a little room. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. And the 49ers can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. From the gun, running back on the move. To the 15. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Caught in the backfield, it's Olsen. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. To throw, it's Harrell. A shot toward the end zone. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed.
definitely am trying to be a little bit conservative. I can't be cautious, but I want to be a little bit conservative. Up 2 possessions. The clock is my friend. I got the football. Worst thing I can do is throw an interception, turn the football over, stop the clock, give them the ball back in an opportunity like this.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Mountaineers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to go up top. They're setting up the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass. It just never developed.
I don't love the play call at this juncture in the game. You're down. You've got to take shots. The defense is not going to be blitzing, so these screens probably aren't going to work.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's going to take off. Tackle is made right at the 22-yard line. That's not enough for the first down. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Trying to escape and get it himself. And he'll slide after picking up the first down.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
The Mountaineers getting set on 1st and 10. That's caught. It's Stroman. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one. Looking to throw, it's Swan. Bringing the heat. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and 3rd down is coming.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
Off the play fake. Rushes on him. On the run, fires downfield. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's picked off, and they ruined the drive with a turnover. Oh, he was hoping to make something out of that return, but they'll have it first down at the 39. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Hand off from the shotgun. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Got it, looking for the first down. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And they'll take a knee on 4th down, happy with their performance so far, and they'll turn it over in the Wayne